me tell you what you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow, yeah.
Ooh, Carmen, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy.
Hey.
You know, life is about challenges. Every now and again, you got to challenge yourself with something. I got a little something there. Okay. That's beside the point.
Okay.
The things in my eyes are not the challenges I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Challenge I'm talking about is I like to listen to some stuff as I drift off to slumberland.
Mm-hmm.
I have a subscription to Audible, and
Yeah.
like I listen to books and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And the book this month I've been listening to as I go to sleep it's called Rubber Balls and Liquor.
Mm-hmm.
It's the autobiography of Gilbert Gottfried.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I go to bed trying to fall asleep to.
It's a
And
mess. That's a mess.
it must have been Wednesday, I think. I was awake like an hour and a half longer than I should have been. Because he's doing like half of his Gilbert Gottfried voice.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's
It's obnoxious.
it's toned down a little bit,
yeah.
but it's halfway there. It's
But
like
it's
at a
still
50.
not it's still not palatable.
Uh-huh.
He's always been like that. He does well in specific settings.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was on a roast, I think he was funny because people like that. You know what I mean? It kind of brought out some it added some character to the roast, so it was nice. But like, just listening to him like that, like, dude, he had a horrible voice.
Yeah, but
He had
that
that
was a
voice
fake
is-
though. That's not really how he talks.
I don't care.
He talks like a normal person, and he
Well-
does good impressions. Like his impression of Seinfeld, pretty spot
really
on.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He was talented. He's just annoying. He just has an annoying way of
Big
talking.
voice,
Yeah,
kind of like Bobcat Goldthwait.
I guess
Yeah.
whatever that is.
It's like man,
I
but
don't
he
know.
he talk like a crazy person,
Yeah,
but then like he talks normal.
Yeah.
like actually.
I mean, you like Kirk will bring up people or ask me questions about. You'll say, "Dude, this person look like this person." I don't know who
Yeah,
these
we
people are.
we had breakfast with Jim Gaffigan today.
I'm like, who is that?
I said, hey, doesn't that guy look like Jim Gaffigan? And he said, I don't know who that is. I said, the Hot Pocket guy.
Yeah, but a lot of times I'm not good with names, so I'll see. I know the faces, but I don't know the names unless I follow them extensively.
Right.
I might have saw a bit or something of theirs or anything like that, but I remember a face, but not the name. I'm not good with names,
Yeah.
so
So
sorry.
so you weren't like excited that we ate with Jim Gaffigan this morning.
We didn't though,
But we did.
But we did.
The guy was Jim Gaffigan.
He looked like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you are somebody, you look like that person.
I think that Jim Gaffigan is not the most attractive guy, and I think that if that guy knew you were comparing him to him, he wouldn't be happy about it. Yeah,
Maybe not.
probably not.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like that kid in Portland, he was like, "Oh, hey, Andy Dick." I'm
Yeah.
like, nobody wants to be compared to looking like Andy Dick.
But he does though.
He did, right?
Yeah. And he said I get it all the time. And he also said that I also get told that I look like Frank Zappa.
Yeah. It's like, gross. Like, why do you want to look like that? Like,
Because
it
that's
sucks.
what he looks like.
I know, it just sucks though.
Uh-huh.
Andy Dick is a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so I saw something interesting the other day at the ghetto Kroger.
Oh yeah.
And
Kroger.
so I'm standing in line behind this guy, and you know how they have the Red Bull like things
by
where
the aisle.
yeah, where you
Yeah,
got
check out.
Yeah. So there's a penny, and it's like right underneath it, but you could see it. But like he took out his credit card, and he's standing in line with his wife, and this couple, just from their appearance and the way they were carrying themselves, they looked like they were not well off, but they looked like just regular decent people.
Right.
So he bends down, he uses his card, and then he gets that penny from underneath the Red Bull machine, and then he puts it in his pocket, and then his wife points and says, "There's another one,"
Yeah.
and then he gets that penny too, and then puts it in his pocket, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm looking at the situation, and I'm just like, why are they picking pennies up off the floor? But like, maybe
That's a
I'm the
penny
one
they didn't
that I
have.
know, but like maybe I'm the one who's looking at things differently.
Right.
Maybe I should be going around picking up pennies.
Maybe you
off-
need some pennies.
But then like take out your card and like scrape it from underneath the Red Bull machine, like,
Yeah.
and then I just thought it was like excessive for what it was, but. When I look at it, it's like maybe I'm the one who need to rewire my brain in the way I
these
think.
2 penny
These
pennies
people
are
don't
true.
look like they need pennies, but and they picked them up and put it in their pockets. Why did they do that? And it's like right now everything is so expensive. Inflation is a real thing. That's for sure. And I don't know. So maybe being smarter financially is what. But I just thought it was excessive to like. And the wife was like, "There's another one," and then he
there's
get
another
that
one
one.
there. Double
pennies.
my grandfather, he would see like change and he'd be like, "Oh, there's a penny there," and I would be like the same way. I'd be like, "Nah, I don't want to pick up that penny," and he'd say, "It's your first to $1 million." That's what he would always say.
But it's not.
It could be.
It could be,
Yeah.
but it's not.
No, it's probably like first 1,000 in $1 million.
Yeah,
Right.
It's your first penny towards your
Million.
beer.
Yeah.
It's your first penny towards food or whatever.
But I mean, that stuff does add up.
No, absolutely. I just thought looking at this couple and looking at what they wearing, they have on pretty expensive clothes. Like they had to be wearing at least $200-$300 worth with their coat and shoes and everything together. So they're not like people who look like they need the pennies, but they picked them up.
But you get the pennies. So I have a credit card that I get a percentage back, and it's like 1.5% back,
Right.
of everything that
Yeah.
you spend on it, right? And some of the stuff you got for Christmas was paid with that 1.5% back.
Right.
Right. But that's only a penny and a half out of every dollar you spend, right?
Right.
So that's a lot of pennies.
Yeah.
Those pennies added up.
It did.
Yeah.
It's just that they added it up for you
Right.
versus you picking them up off the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Right. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting looking at it. It's like, they picking up pennies off the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah. And he got 2 pennies and you got a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you laughing at him. And he got the pennies.
I'm not laughing at him. I think
He got
that
the
I'm the
pennies,
one
Carmen.
who's not thinking correctly. I think that the fact that I'm looking at him in an odd way is a fault of mine. I think that's something that I need to change in my head. You know what I mean?
Right.
The way I look at things, because why am I looking at them like, oh my God, they're taking pennies off the floor. They don't look like they need pennies. Maybe I should have like tried to get the pennies before, or maybe I should have pulled my card out to get those pennies. But then I end up with all these pennies in my bag. And I'm
And
like,
you got all the
"God
pennies."
damn."
And then how do you get rid of the pennies? You roll them up, take them to the bank. You use a
Coinstar.
Coinstar. That takes out 3%.
Right.
Is it 3 or 5? I don't know.
Yeah,
They take some out.
they do.
Right.
We're gonna use our machine, and then the machines be so dirty. People got lint in those pennies and
trashy,
everything.
Gross. And
Yeah.
then- yeah. And then they don't take the coins, and then you got to put those coins back
Back
the
in there.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is kind of a mess.
Yeah. Especially at that Kroger.
I saw a guy at the PLS check cashing place doing penny stuff. He had like a fucking garbage bag full of pennies, and the whole time that I was in there and like other people was in there, all you hear is like click 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 click. Like I was like, he had to be in there for an hour getting rid of all those pennies. Like, Jesus Christ.
A lot of pennies. They stink. Pennies smell so bad.
Pennies stink?
Yeah.
Well, we have a bunch of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty pennies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, that is interesting. So I got a question, and this is what I want to know. So we've had some super warm weather considering what time of year it is recently, and recently we had a day that was like 57 degrees a few days ago, and a mosquito was in our house, and I was not very happy about that at all.
Are you sure it was a mosquito?
Yeah, I'm sure I killed it.
Okay.
And there's mosquitoes, and then I'll go outside, and the mosquitoes are outside too. And I'm like, are the bees gonna come back out? Like, it's winter time. Winter time is my time to get away from all the bugs and things like that.
That's why you endure the cold.
I endure the cold so that I don't have to deal with the bugs for a few months out of the year.
Right.
And in Ohio, the bugs then came back out, and now they're gone again. But if we get another warm day, they could be coming back out.
Are they going to be coming back? I don't know.
And that's what I asked the girl at work. I said, so where the raccoons at? They hibernate and then they come back? Do hibernation work like that? You could just keep getting up and going back?
Yeah. That was a good little nap.
Yeah.
It's like an early alarm. You know, like, oh, man. Why can't I sleep in another month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
But I haven't seen any.
I haven't seen any raccoons.
No, I haven't seen any either.
Yeah.
I ain't seen that frog. Where'd the frog go?
Where's the frog? I don't know.
We need to figure out where all these things are going.
They mowed the grass the other day.
The frog is smart.
No, I'm not saying that they mowed the frog. I'm saying that it's been warm enough that they had to mow the grass.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they did it.
Yeah.
But they try to keep the grounds clean here for the most part.
Right.
Except for the dead bird that's been sitting outside for.
Yeah, there's a dead bird next to the electrical box.
Yeah, it's just there. It's just gonna go into the ground at some point and just disappear. I remember seeing that squirrel in Portland. Every time like the squirrels and birds and stuff would die on our block, the kids would like put rocks around it and make
like
memorial
a above ground burial for it.
Yeah, they would put rocks around it and everything, and like paint some of the rocks colors because we had that children's.
There's a children's center.
Yeah, on our block. So if the kids found a dead raccoon or not raccoon or like a squirrel or something like that, they put rocks around it.
Yeah.
So sweet. It's like somebody could pick this up. The kids to put a whole little shrine around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Goofy.
Yeah. Kids are interesting. Don't you think?
I do. I think that I'm trying to think about being a kid like there, like in the city of Portland.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, there's a couple parks. There's a playground pretty close to where we lived, that you could go to. I'm just like, because my like little childhood, like we lived on a naval base,
Right.
so like it was like it was a safe environment, you
Right.
know, like
Right, for sure.
so. But I don't know how those kids grow. I know I was walking. So at the bottom of Fox in Portland, right? There's that little there's that mechanic shop before
Well, nobody knows
the zoo.
that anyway.
Right.
They don't know the
I'm
zoo.
telling you.
Yeah.
Before the zoo, and these little kids started throwing rocks at me.
Yeah.
And the rocks were going into the garage, into the auto shop.
Yeah.
And the guy started yelling at me because he thinks that I'm throwing rocks into his shop, like just like chucking rocks. And I'm like, no, it's the little kids over there. Like, kids get bored, you gotta have something to do, so they throw rocks at the shop and people that walk past.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like, stop, you little badass kids.
Yeah.
You throwing rocks at me? You throwing rocks?
I know, but like, with my what would you say, the way that I don't know how to deal with situations.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
unconfrontationalism.
I don't know exactly what you call it, but
Like,
you just don't want
It's not my place to yell at somebody else's kids, but they're throwing rocks at me,
Yeah.
Like, what are you supposed to do at that
Well,
point?
you can't walk up on them because they hit you with a rock.
Yeah, they hit you with the rocks. So you just got to pretend that the little kids aren't throwing rocks at you.
Yeah.
It's the worst. Like, what do you do in that situation? Hey, little kids, stop throwing rocks at me.
You just walk faster so they don't hit you with a rock.
I know, but that hill was so steep, and I was just at the bottom of it. You can't walk that fast up the hill.
Yeah, that's
you get
true.
winded.
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh my God, that hill used to kick my ass. I'm like, man, I'm out of shape.
We used to like to go to the little breakfast spot down the way, and you'd be like, that walk up.
Only problem is, like, only reason
you're full. You have a nice big breakfast, and then you got to walk up that hill.
And then you see an 80-year-old lady who's
just
right up the hill going quick. And I'm like, God damn. It's so embarrassing. Like, I can't get up this hill to save my life. And this lady, she's already walked around the corner. She didn't went up the hill, walked around
the bend.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
I used to stand and wait for you.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, stop waiting for me.
Yeah, because you making drawing attention to me. Kirk walk up the hill, and then I'm still struggling up the hill. And he's just standing there waiting.
I'm ready.
Like, go, just go. Just leave me. Just leave me here. It's so funny. When I went skiing, the time I went skiing, I got to the point where, like, it was just too hard. Like, I was tired. My legs were like jello. Like, the skiing just got to a point where, like, my skis kept crossing in front of each other. Everything was good. I was just like, I got a solution for this, because first off, y'all told me y'all was taking me to a bunny hill, and this is not a bunny hill, because I see those kids down there, and that looked like the bunny hill. But they were saying, no, this is the smallest hill. This the bunny hill. Well, then what's that?
What is that?
That those little kids are on?
That's the little bunny hill.
It's a little bunny.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever those kids are on, I thought that was what we were going to do. They was like, no, we doing this slope. No. So then I got so, like, flustered, and I was so exhausted from skiing, because nobody teaches you what to do. Your friends just say, hey, stop like this. It's like, no, you got to practice that a few times before you actually can do it. And so I had a solution. I was like, I'm going to take the skis off, stand them up straight. No, I'm going to take the skis off and then lay them down on the ground. And then I'm going to lay down with them and hold them in my arms and just roll down the rest of the slope.
Okay.
So that
like a little kid rolling down the hill.
I was just going to roll down and hold the skis in my arm until I got to the bottom.
Okay.
Because I was like, I can't. And the kid I was with, he was like, come on, you can do it. It's like, I can't. Right. I'm telling you, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
And I was
because
like,
you're a quitter.
Yeah. Because I was at my breaking point. And I'm like, just leave me here. Leave me alone. Let me take these skis off and roll down the hill. Yeah. Let me do it my way. And he was like, no, we got this. And like, I ended up skiing down the hill.
Well, then you win.
But I was proud of myself afterwards. Right. But like, when somebody tell you to just fucking leave me there, and you don't want to, and you're like, no, you can do it. You have to listen to people when they say no.
I don't know. You are a person that you like to not see things through to the end. You're a quitter.
Yeah, when it comes to certain things.
A lot of things.
Like what? Give me an example.
Skiing. There's a lot of things. You're like, nah, I can't do it anymore.
Some things is just kind of like, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Like sometimes, but the worst thing is so we had this conversation, and everyone always says, you could do anything you put your mind to. And I was like, I don't think that's true.
Right.
I don't think you could do anything you put your mind to. It sounds good.
Right.
But I don't think that's the truth.
Right.
It's like...
And you should be able to do what somebody else can do.
Right.
Right. When it comes to something.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody wanted to cook at your level, they could do that.
Right.
Right.
But if somebody asked me to jump up and touch this 13-foot pole up there, it does not matter how high I jump. It doesn't matter how hard I practice. I ain't ever getting up there. I'm 5'2". I'm never jumping high enough.
But that's physical.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not
I'm talking
true.
about skills.
No, I'm talking about in general. People say you could do anything. That's the statement. You could do anything you put your mind to. I don't think that's true.
Well, it's not if you're talking about how high you can jump, Carmen.
I'm just trying to give an example. I'm trying to find a perfect example to give.
That's not the one.
Okay. I'm not gonna be no Celine Dion. I ain't gonna be able to sing like her. Don't matter how much I put my mind to it. Don't matter how hard I try.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be Stevie Wonder on the piano.
No.
It don't matter how much I do it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like some things you can't do, and you could try, you could practice every single day, and I'm still not gonna be that because I don't have that talent, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think that statement is a positive statement. It's super uplifting for people, but like it's not realistic.
Right. Like so I can solve the Rubik's Cube.
Right.
But I'm never gonna be a 8-second cube person.
You could do that though.
I'm like in the half a minute.
No, but
minute and a half.
you could do that. That's something that is more achievable.
No.
I think that's more achievable.
Too many algorithms to remember. I can barely remember what I need to.
What these things it's muddy. You're in a muddy water situation because you have other things to focus on. These kids that's doing this in 8 seconds, they have nothing to focus on but that Rubik's Cube in school.
Yeah.
So like they have all the time in the world to just do it. Wherein you got to be at work. You can't be at work doing Rubik's Cubes and then trying to build things at the same time.
Right.
It's like it just doesn't work out. So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. So you got a Spike Lee pop-up doll?
A Funko.
A Funko
Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Spike Lee, yeah.
He got this. He was waiting on this package for days. It was in the office for days. And
It was supposed to be around Christmas time when it showed up, but it showed up after Christmas. But then we had a crazy storm.
Right.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. And it's like, okay. So
I had you go get it.
I go get it. And then he's like, let me show you. And you open it. And it's a Spike Lee doll.
Yeah.
And then you sit it right on the stand.
Yeah.
To force me to look at it.
So anytime you look over there, you got to see Spike Lee.
So Kirk knows that I am not the biggest fan of Spike Lee. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like anything about Spike Lee. I'm just over. I don't like. He makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why, but like everything about him, I just do not like. And
I don't know. You and I, we sat through and we watched all of the Mars Blackman Nike commercials.
Yeah.
With Spike Lee and
I mean, I've watched Do
Michael
the Right
Jordan?
Thing. I like Do the Right Thing. Even in that movie, I felt like, good job. You did your own movie and wrote yourself in here. But that movie disgusted me because you would have never been. What was the lady name in there?
Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
Spike Lee.
Yeah.
You would never have had a chance with Rosie Perez. Not one time ever would you have had a chance in life with Rosie Perez. But because because he made the movie, he wrote himself with this beautiful girl that he could even with the status that he has now, he couldn't obtain a girl that looks like that because he is just not a looker at any stretch of the imagination. It's just is what it is. So I just don't like Spike Lee. So
because he wants to be with Rosie Perez.
Because he wrote himself in the movie as Rosie Perez's boyfriend.
Who's he supposed to be? Who
Dude,
would you rather him be with?
so this movie is not realistic.
Okay, but there's ugly people that get with Rosie Perez all the time.
But not him. Not him. That's just not. No, it's not.
I don't know.
I don't know. But
I think that's unfair. He's not a bad looking guy.
He looked like a frog. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just like, Jesus Christ. So he just do little annoying things. Even when like he did his interview on a Breakfast Club, he talks about like, if everybody just give me $1, then we can make this movie. It's like nobody care about the movie you're making to give you the $1.
He was one of the people that. So he made the first movie that Amazon ever streamed. That was his thing, and then I believe he was one of the first filmmakers to start a GoFundMe,
right,
to finance his movie.
Right.
He was like one of the first people. So like Spike Lee, like he's
a smart guy.
He's a smart guy, and
but he's awkward.
He figures out how to figure out how to make his films.
Right. And I feel like if he stayed behind the scenes and like just don't speak, it would be a different thing. But like he also wants to be Beyonce. He likes to put himself in front of the camera, and then he does this Breakfast Club interview, and the interview didn't paint him in a good light to me at all. It was kind of like a beggar on there. Like, and it's like, you Spike Lee.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I know, like, you got millions of dollars. Like, fund the movie yourself.
That was an argument that, you know, years ago, whenever people were doing that, had come up, is that like, if you are already in the filmmaking industry and you're not like a struggling artist trying to get that one thing done, because like Zach Braff did it too. He had a movie and then he started a GoFundMe to like finish it. Like it was almost done and then he had to finish it. And then GoFundMe, and then people, I think Veronica Mars maybe did something similar.
Yeah.
So it's like, these are known things, known big people.
Right.
You can figure something out. Let, you know, the little man have it.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
But at the same time, people aren't going to donate to the little man.
Yeah.
They give it to Spike Lee.
Yeah. I guess it's silly, and if you got enough fans that support you, but it's like, no, I'm not wasting my time giving Spike Lee $1 because I don't want to see the movie.
But if everybody gives him $1,
yeah, he's like, I'll be able to make my movie if everybody gives me $1.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I don't want to see the movie you're making though.
Right.
So no, I'm not giving $1. I get it. It's fans out there. I'm sure, and that's the crazy part. He probably got a large sum of money from that GoFundMe to do that movie,
Right.
but not enough. So the movie still wasn't made, and he take people's GoFundMe money.
I don't know.
I'm just saying,
Pretty
because I don't
interesting.
remember hearing anything about that film being made from the GoFundMe money, but I know people were donating. So where's the film?
Yeah.
And those people's monies you took, because you can't refund all that to all those people that gave. It might be a way, but like, if people are donating $2, but they're gonna like spend all this, the company GoFundMe is gonna refund all these $2. Like, I don't think it works that way.
Yeah.
So he probably keep the monies, all those monies, and didn't make the movie.
I don't know. I feel like it was completed.
Okay,
I
well,
can't remember which one it was. Maybe the Sweet Blood of Jesus, maybe?
maybe
Was that?
I'm not
I
sure.
can't remember.
But I'm going around the whole point that I was trying to make. The point I was making is Kirk is aware of the fact that I do not
You don't like Spike.
Lee.
Right.
So he goes out of his way to buy this Spike Lee doll and then set it up in the house to stare at me the whole day because he know I doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Like, what type of crazy person are you?
I think it's
like,
silly.
I know, but the lengths that you go
Uh-huh.
to make a joke is out of control.
Why?
You bought a Spike Lee doll to set it there, had me go get it from the office
Uh-huh.
to set it there
Yeah.
for me to look at.
Yeah.
And then
it's
then you would be mad if you came home and I throwed it in the garbage.
I would be.
Why?
Because it's such a waste.
Yeah, but you don't like it either. You don't care for that.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Oh my God, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
he got his love and hate on like Radio Raheem on his knuckles. It's great.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's silly.
It's great.
Oh my God, last night, you in that air fryer, man. I keep telling you, you need to go on YouTube. It's all these videos that show you
Okay.
how to do things with the air fryer.
Let's get into this a little bit different. A few nights ago, you bring home some mozzarella sticks
Yeah.
and you say, "Can we use it in the air fryer?" And I said, what did I say?
You was like, no, we'll do it tomorrow or
I
something.
said, "No, I don't think it's going to work
Oh yeah,
because you brought home raw mozzarella sticks."
right.
Right. And I said, I don't think that the air fryer works like that because the mozzarella sticks are white. They're not like pre-cooked or anything. They're
Right.
just raw mozzarella sticks.
Right.
So then yesterday.
And I made mine and I just heated up some oil and fried my own.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So then yesterday, I went out to kind of prove a point. As
No, don't say that. Don't say that. You was trying to prove a point.
I kind of prove a point a little bit. And
That was not your intention.
and I throw those raw mozzarella sticks into the air fryer.
Yep.
And what happened? They came out white.
White mozzarella sticks. They taste like chalk and cheese
The breading didn't fry.
at all.
Right. because it doesn't work like that.
Right. So it's not an air fryer.
But it is.
It's like a little.
It doesn't actually fry things.
It's like a magic microwave.
Yeah, it's a confection oven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the mozzarella sticks were all white, but the cheese melted perfectly.
Yeah, the cheese was good.
The cheese melted perfectly, but and then like the jalapeno poppers were disgusting.
Why?
The I don't know, those frozen jalapeno poppers. The jalapeno tastes like it was not
no
right.
Good?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just looking at what you made for dinner, and I was just
It wasn't dinner.
not dinner or snack, whatever you want to call it, a late night snack. I was like, this whole snack.
Munchy time.
Yeah. And then you made those White Castle pizza rolls in the air fryer. They were still frozen in the middle, and you're trying to make me eat one. And you're like, here, eat. I'm like, Kirk, they're still frozen in the middle.
No, that's a good one.
And you're like, no, we'll take, and I'll try. And I'm like, they're all frozen in the middle. You was like, well, they're all mixed up in here now. And it's like, well, you can't eat them frozen just because you mixed them up with everything else.
Why not?
And eventually you microwaved them. And it's just like, the White Castle pizza roll is already
White
crazy.
Castle,
It's already
came out with
crazy to
pizza
even
rolls.
think about the whole concept. Then you taste them. And they taste
It
like
tastes like White Castle.
a hint of White Castle, a little mushy in the inside.
Yeah,
I think it's
mushy.
too many juices in the inside.
Too many juices.
It's too much, like the onion and the breading and all the stuff kind of mushes up a little bit in the inside. And then on top of that disgusting part of it, you want me to eat one frozen.
Yeah.
I'm like, eat your own things, and then eventually you went and heat them back up. It's just like, these need some sauce, or they need to have something to dip them
But
in.
what do you dip White Castle pizza rolls in?
I would say honey mustard.
Honey mustard?
I put honey mustard on my White Castle burgers, and that's okay.
I feel like
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I use that for that. So that would, I can't think of any other sauce that would work for a White Castle pizza roll.
I don't know. That's just a crazy thing.
The whole thing about
I don't
it is
know
crazy.
why they made those.
Why did you buy them?
Because we were at the store.
And look, this bag was so large.
It was a big bag.
This bag had to be what?
It
5
was like
10-pound bag?
It was like double what a regular like pizza rolls bag is,
Yeah.
and that's the only size that they sold.
Right.
Right.
So I understand getting it because that's the only size, but it's like, man, these are a lot of White Castle pizza rolls you gotta
White
eat.
Castle pizza rolls.
I can't help you with that one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have that in our freezer for a while.
It'll be there a long time, or not.
Yeah, or not.
It might
That's
just go
super
right
funny.
to the trash.
Yeah, I think
Because you can't do that to yourself, you know.
I know you can't. I couldn't believe you bought them. I walk into the grocery store and I was riding with this girl from work, so I was just gonna go there and then I was gonna go home after that. But then you had gotten off work, and as soon as we got in the parking lot, I see your car, and I'm like, oh, that's our car right there. So he's here. And then you had called me like right at the same time. And then she's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, my fiance is here right now, so I'll just get out here. And I see you walking into the store. I'm like, yep, there he goes. And she was like, are you sure I was going to take you home? I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, he's right there. I'm good. She was like, all right. And then I go into the store. So I go start looking down the aisles to find Kurt. And I'm looking down the aisles, and then I see you coming from like the frozen aisle or close in that area. And what you have in your hand?
Coffee and cheese.
And I'm like, what is he in this grocery store doing?
Well, I needed coffee.
But what you was gonna put the cheese on?
We got stuff here.
I know, but I just thought it was odd that
You
like,
always need cheese.
You were
Colin.
supposed to. I guess your plan was to get a couple things from the grocery store.
Right.
But when I see you, you got coffee and cheese.
You're right. But you didn't like it because I didn't have a basket or a cart. I was just holding.
He don't got a basket or a cart.
Coffee and
He's
cheese.
holding coffee and cheese. He's in the area where the frozen food is. The cheese is all the way across the store, and the cheese is all the way in the back in the dairy area, and the coffee is in one of the aisles.
Yeah.
So you went to both of these places, you passed everything in between and got those 2 items.
Right.
And then I see you in the frozen aisle and you look a little lost. Like you didn't know what you were.
Because I was looking for something.
I was like,
I called you because I wanted to know what I should get for like dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want. And you didn't pick up. And I was like, well, we need cheese. I need coffee for tomorrow. So those are 2 things that I know that we need.
oh my God.
Right?
I think it's super cute. It's funny.
Right.
You're funny. You don't like being in the store anyways because you don't want to deal with like all the store stuff.
No, I don't like
And the
it.
people that's all because
The people that are in there and
yeah, the grocery store is disrespectful. Everybody just in everybody's way.
I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate everything about going shopping anywhere.
Yeah.
It's especially bad here. Like, just like, I don't know. There's always like stuff going on.
Well, we went shopping at JCPenney and there was nobody over there to bother us or anything. We had free reign. We were doing our own thing, and you still was like, "I can't take this," and you stand outside.
No, because there were some other women over there, and we were in the women's section. And I was like, I don't need to be here.
Why?
So
Why
I go
not?
outside. Because I'm not gonna sit there and watch you look at clothes. What am I gonna do? Just she's looking at the t-shirts now. That's cool.
Yeah, and
she's
it takes
she
women
moved
a
on
longer.
the pants. Like, don't you
What
think
I'm saying is, you made the shopping experience awkward.
Yeah.
When it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's funny. You're funny. There's nothing wrong with that. I get a kick out of it. I think it's super cute.
I like to just go in. You get the stuff that you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like these stores, they're so crowded. There's so many people.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always a line.
Yeah. I mean, grocery stores are like that though. You're always gonna, if you don't go to the grocery store at a specific time, if you go to the grocery store super early, you get it's super chill then.
Right.
But like even in Portland, like if you waited until after 9:30, it's gonna be a chaos inside the grocery store. Just because like I don't know, everybody else is trying to get out early, but I think during COVID, they would let the senior citizens come in at like 7 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah.
And so if you went right after them at like 8, then you'd be good. Like you could get in, get all your stuff, nobody in your way. But then once that 9:30 hit, everybody is on the same page.
Yeah.
Like we had to get in there.
Gotta get in there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.